Welcome to Pokémon Sleep. Today we're gonna look at 5 beginner tips so you can start better at your journey, or maybe this is an opportunity for you to improve some things. I believe we can skip how Pokémon Sleep functions. You have 5 Pokémon, that Pokémon collect berry for you and ingredients, and with these ingredients you can cook for your Relaxo 3 times a day, and with the meats you make and the berries you collect, your Relaxo gets strength, and so you can see more Pokemon and catch more Pokemon. My first tip is a very basic tip, and maybe some of you will not consider it as a tip, but have fun while playing Pokémon Sleep, because you can finishing Pokémon Sleep, so it's not like the other classic Pokemon games that you have the goal to become the champion or something like this. So have fun, don't use always the meta Pokemon. You can also use sometimes your favorite Pokemon or Pokemon you want to level up. For example, I have a Pikachu at level 50. I could evolve it to a Raichu, which is stronger in Pokemon Sleep, but I want to have a Pikachu like Ash, and so my Pikachu will stay a Pikachu. But now let's start with the real tips. Tip number 1, stay as long as you can on the green grass isle. Okay, I went a little bit overboard, not stay as long as you can, but stay there for a long time. Make sure to grab the whole island bonus. Every time you finish a week you get 5% bonus for the island you are at the moment. At the moment I have for the first 2 or 3 islands a 55% bonus. But I'm not sure if I get a level up, if I can go up to 60, or if you are 3 levels under you can only go to 50%. When you have the bonus at the max level you get a pop-up when you still stay on the island that the next island or a random island gets this 5% bonus. Yeah, but why do you want to stay so long at the green grass isle? Events in Pokemon Sleep are always at green grass isle, so if you have leveled green grass isle already, you can level up more easily and see more rare event Pokemon. Additionally, you can prepare pretty well at the green grass isle for the next islands, because at the other islands you need always the same berries. For the Cyan Beach you need the Oran berry, Pecha berry and the Palm Tree berry, and these 3 berries only find water Pokemon, fairy Pokemon and flying type Pokemon. So you can use your time at the green grass isle to prepare for the Cyan Beach. I think with that we are done with the basics, and we can have now more the focus on what is a good Pokemon or what Pokemon you should level up. I want to start with the nature of a Pokemon. You always want a nature that boosts speed of help, because this allows your Pokemon to find more berries, ingredients and use its ability more often. The worst thing that can be boosted is additionally XP, because at some point your Pokemon will reach the maximum level, and from this point on you don't profit anymore from the nature of your Pokemon. Then there is the option that your skills or ingredient finding is boosted. It's usually better to have a skill boost, but if then skill is something like finding dream shards, then you should select other nature for this Pokemon. The last thing that can be pushed or be downgraded is the energy recovery, and this is a little difficult to decide. I would recommend not to take a Pokemon that boosts the energy recovery or has a downgrade on it. If you have a boost and you get always your 100% sleep points, then you don't get any bonus of it. If you get every night the 100 points, then you can go with a downgrade, because with the meals and some other skills from other Pokemon you can have your Pokemon still on a good energy level. But if you get only 70 points every night, then it could be useful for you to have a boost on the energy recovery, so your Pokemon has more energy for the next day and can collect faster more items for you. I would say it's more relaxing to not use a Pokemon that has a nature that affects the energy recovery, because it could be that you have in a week 2 or 3 meetings or something and you have to wake early. So you have 2 or 3 days in this week where your Pokemons work slowlier than the other days, and this could result in a bad week. And otherwise, for example, you have a week holidays and then you sleep 9 hours every day, your Pokemon have 100%, and you also don't profit of their nature. Next we will cover how you can build your team and which Pokemon you can use. First category is the skill Pokemon. How many skill Pokemon you should have in your team? I would say 1 to 0. In this category I mean Pokemon that has something like charge strength or extra help or cooking power up, but at this early game stage you don't will use it. For you at the start, a good Marip or Psyduck could be really helpful, especially Psyduck, because it is a water type Pokemon that has the perfect berry for the same beach. Then I would use one energy Pokemon, and there I want a Pokemon that has the skill energy for everyone. I think two of the best Pokemon for this role are Wigglytuff and Gardevoir, but you can also use a Sylveon. And I think for somebody that is new at this game, Wigglytuff or Sylveon are the best options because it's hard to power up your Gardevoir. Then you want 1 or 2 ingredient Pokemon. As ingredient Pokemon you can use Bulbasaur, Charmander and Squirtle, and also Ghastly is a good option. And the last 2 spots are going to berry Pokemon. Especially for the first weeks you can use here your Pikachu and make it to a Raichu. Caterpie with Smetbo is strong for the start, but also the starters from the second generation are really good with Chicharita, Cyndaquil and Totodile. With that we reach the end. I think we have covered the most important points, but if you have any questions feel free to write them in the commentaries. Otherwise, thanks for watching, goodbye.